Hi, it's Carol from Red Dirt in My Soul, and I thought I would take some time to answer some questions. They've kind of stacked up on me, and so I have pages of questions to go through. Let's get to it. I'm sitting in my backyard. I have a fire pit here with, a junky stuff to burn. The field is right behind me, so see the red dirt? That's the pivot field that's disked up, ready for spring planting. There's some red dirt hills over there. You can probably hear my cat and Bravo around making noise. But thank you for all the compliments on the bare board cribbage board that I made. I know somebody did ask where she would keep the pegs, and I actually, I guess I didn't put in a photo of that, but I did cut a little slot on the back, not only so you could hang it on the wall, but the little pegs could slip in there too. And it actually held them in good enough to about a 30-degree angle, tipping it, they wouldn't come out. I mean, if you banged it, or they would, but anyway. And the pegs, I just got some little nails and cut them off and dulled the ends and painted one. So anyway, yeah, it did come with pegs. Let's see, somebody asked about the sod roof bunkhouse. And yeah, that's one of the oldest buildings on the place, and it does have electricity to it. And if you go back and look at the pictures, you perhaps can tell that it's split in half, and half of it is living quarters. But I mean, there's like an old metal bed and a disgusting mattress, and I think a stove, a heating stove in there. I mean, that's all it is just like a bed, and that's about it. So, with a little work, somebody could stay there, but there's no bathroom, there's no running water, there's nothing like that. And then the other half was the blacksmith shop. And so it has a big bellows in there, and it's got years and years and years of horseshoes in there, and old lawnmowers. And we do keep some pipeline stuff in there and old dams. There's just a lot of old stuff in there. I've taken pictures of it before. So I don't know if you type in bunkhouse or sod roof, try some things in my search bar, and some of those pictures might come up. So anyway, yes, it could still be used, at least the half of it, but no, we don't use it. Oh, when we replaced the cattle guard, someone wanted to know why there were tires on the side. And cattle guards usually have an angled side going up, so that, a horse or a cow can't just walk right to it and then kind of walk around the end of it. But some of them get kind of smart, and they figure out that they can actually tiptoe through those sides that usually come with your cattle guards. And so a lot of the easy answer is, if you put a tire there, it's more height, it's more placement of their feet, and they can't really place their feet through all. You've just made the hole smaller and stuff, so it's just another deterrent on the sides of a cattle guard, so animals can't sneak through. We did have a horse a long time ago who was, I think she was a half draft, and her hooves were huge, and she actually could step on a cattle guard and walk across because her hooves wouldn't go through, which is bad, because then the other horses wanted to follow her. So Kate was not a good horse. Not a good horse. Not a good horse. Somebody kind of asked about the puppy pictures that I have been included. I don't raise puppies anymore. Those puppy pictures are coming through a Throwback Thursday post that I've reposted, and right now I'm on 2009. I usually go back and try and find something at least in the week that I think maybe you guys would be interested in. And so those are from 2009. Ignore the puppy pictures. Sometimes I just include them because, you know, they're cute. They're puppies. Somebody wanted a tutorial about wrapping stones. I suppose I could do a tutorial on stone wrapping. There are already a lot of tutorials on stone wrapping by people that are better at it than me on YouTube. I hope he's not doing anything like pooping in the background and I'm not paying attention. The braided reins, you want more tutorials. So I have done tutorials on that. And never fear, I probably will get baby chicks again just because I've turned it into a place for my firewood. I'm sure I will get baby chicks again, but I won't get them this spring. I'll get them in a couple years probably when these hens get older. Thanks to the people that have ordered my calendar, and everybody's received them as far as I know. And I appreciate your support. Thank you very much. If you still would like one, they're still available. So they're $16 plus postage. So traffic going by, gonna have to edit that out. A couple questions about my studio. I do use the studio in the wintertime. However, I found that the cook stove, like I've said multiple times, is a cook stove. So the heat is sent to the oven. So when I get down there, I open the oven door to help it circulate. And if I only use that for my heat in my studio, by the time I'm usually done down there, then is about the time it gets warm with just using the cook stove. So I have alternate heat in there. I do have electricity in there. So I have various heaters that I plug in and use down there, because otherwise it can be very pleasant with just the sunshine coming in, because of course those are the big window is an old window, and so there's nothing like, they're not like new windows that insulate. So when the sun comes in those windows, it warms up and it stays fairly comfortable in there. But yes, you have to use alternate heat. You can cook from the stove. I mean, you boil water or whatever, and the oven doesn't have a thermometer on it anymore. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing that would prevent you from actually cooking on it. Some of you asked about painting the library windows in Worland. Now, I work at the 10-Sleep Library, and we just got a 20-foot expansion that finished up. We actually won the Outstanding Library in Wyoming award because our 2-year expansion that it took to actually get the addition built and then get all of our books moved over there to the 10-Sleep Library. There's a video that I put on YouTube if you're curious about what we went through in 2 years of trying to stay open and still give books out and create our new place. That's on YouTube too. So you can go look at that. Just search for 10-Sleep Library. But the windows that I painted belong to the Worland Library, which is still in Washakie County. That's the main library in Worland, because Worland's the bigger city of 5,000 people, whatever, 6,000. And we can't get inside the building now because they're working on it. It used to be the Ace Hardware building, and they moved to a different building, much bigger building, and so we got that one. And which is great because the Worland Library is now what was in the old hospital. So there's a lot of people that go around town and say, you know, I was born at the library because they were born when it was the hospital. So, and that's been not a really good library because, of course, it's got little rooms. You know, you have to kind of wander from little room to little room, and it's, I don't know. It's just a very old building. So anyway, they're moving into a better building. Of course, very open layout. And they are working on the interior, so we can't go inside and decorate from the inside, obviously, because there's construction going on. So, you know, we're also not, you know, we couldn't put lights up. We couldn't do a lot of stuff that they'll probably do in the future. And so that's why my boss asked if I would go over and paint the windows. And so I did that. Just originally I did the white paint to just the chalkboard look to let people know that yes, a new library was coming to Worland, and then we just kind of added onto it, just going along with the same white chalkboard kind of look with the other windows, because that was basically all we could do at the time. It was not my design, by the way. I did get that off of Pinterest. I just copied it. Somebody asked about, are the bulls you buy used for AI, or do you get the semen from somewhere else? Okay, so we buy bulls to do natural cover, which is what is called in polite company, for the cows. The only AIing we do, except for Brandon and Daniel do some for their little herds. They have their own little bunches. They do some on their own, on their older cows. But our older cows are naturally covered. The AIs that we do are our heifers. So we do buy semen for those. And Daniel actually works for what's called Select Sires, which is a big company that sells semen. They have dairy semen, they have beef semen. And so he actually can sell semen to some of our neighbors, you know, whoever wants them, they can buy through him. And it's just like being a salesman for anything else. It's just, it's just you sell semen. So who knew that things like that existed? Isn't it? Isn't life amazing? Yeah, so you can go and pick out what semen you want. And of course, more popular bulls, they cost more money. But then you have the chance to get semen from a bull that you couldn't afford to buy, which is, it's a good way to improve your herd without having to go buy, you know, a $50,000 bull that might tip over tomorrow. So that's the only ones we AI as our heifers. But yeah, semen sales, Select Sires. If you want to go down a rabbit hole, then you can go learn all about AI. And I'm not talking artificial intelligence. I'm talking artificial insemination. There you go. I've got lots of posts on that. If you want to do some more research. Edit. Traffic. Edit. Yeah, Reagan pictures. She's a hoot. She is. God, she cracks me up. She's just a hoot. Yeah, I'm glad some of you liked my bald eagle photo. And then I thought, well, I probably should have posted a picture of it really zoomed in, because if you couldn't zoom in on his face. Anyway, I mean, he has the big look on his face, cracked me up. So I'm gonna go do some more Christmas decorating, do some more lights. We're trying to go gung-ho on the lights. Yes, I decorate out here in the sticks. I'm so funny. Out here in the sticks, I do decorate for Christmas. I always have. Christmas is my birthday, and Christmas has always been my holiday. So yeah, I love decorating for it. And so I just trying to dig out some more and put some more around. Holiday season, we have many things to be grateful for. We kind of forget that. But I hope you take the time to think about how lucky we really are in this country to complain about some of the things we do. Because other places in the world, you wouldn't have that chance. So from me and Bravo, think that's last year's Christmas tree. You want to say bye, Bravo? Bye, Bravo. Bye, Bravo. This is my lap dog. If I let him, he'll crawl up here. See, look. He will just do it. I hope that answered some of your questions. Let's go do something. Go for a walk. Do something. Oh, bye.